Hi everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Sahara RDA. This is actually by 3CVape and Vape Geekq8. He's another reviewer here on YouTube. They worked a collaboration out, and if I'm not mistaken, it was Vape Geekq8 that designed a lot of this RDA, and then 3CVape made it. This is actually a 24 millimeter diameter RDA. It comes with a PMMA cap, which is like a nice frosted. It does come in two colors that I have. I have a black and Ultim, and then of course the stainless with the clear or the frosted. It does have the upside down coil type of build deck. Many people are saying that it's similar to the OBS Engine V2 RTA, but honestly, I haven't built on one, so I can't tell you that. All I'm going to tell you is that this is what I'm going to review. So let's go ahead and go down, and we're going to take a look at it, and then we're going to come back up and I'm going to give you my final thoughts. So here we are with the Sahara RDA. These are by 3CVape and Vape Geekq8. He's actually another reviewer. It does come in these two colors that I know of. I can't remember if they come in any other color, to be honest with you. It's the black with the Ultim, which I'm going to show you if you haven't already seen. And this is what the black and Ultim looks like. Really, really sharp looking. Very, very sharp. I'm actually going to be using the other one. This one's going to be going to my Patreons. I actually have a Patreon perk going on right now. So this one is for my patrons. And then this one is the one that I'm going to be using to show you and also to vape on. It comes automatically with this card. It says 3CVape collaboration with Vape Geekq8. And then on this side, it's going to tell you that you can do single coil or dual coil. To be honest with you, once you see it and I've built on it, you're going to see that really to do it as a single coil, it doesn't make any sense because you've got airflow coming in with no coil or cotton or anything. And then it tells you all about like the drip tip, you know, all the different pieces and stuff like that. So I think that that's nice. No manual because that is basically the manual. And then in the box, you get the RDA. Along with the RDA, you're going to get some O-rings, some grub screws, and then you're also going to get the squonk pin, the 510 squonk pin, so that you can switch that out if you want to. And then in addition to that, you're going to get the Barbie screwdriver, which I really love, so I'm going to actually use that. That's what I've been using, so I might as well use it again. And yeah, so let's go ahead and put that aside. This is a 24 millimeter in diameter RDA. It does say Sahara RDA, designed by 3CVape and Vape Geekq8. It does have a protruding 510 so that you can use this on a hybrid if you wanted to. It does have a removable 810 drip tip, so you can use any other 810 aftermarket drip tips or whatever you own, because it does have the drip tip that is actually built into the top cap or put into the top cap. And then you've got this 810 drip tip. The only thing with this is that this little silver ring does come off, so you want to be careful with that when you use it, because without that silver ring, it's actually way too tall. So you don't want to use it without the ring, so try not to lose that. On the ring, it's going to say VGR, which is actually for Geek Vape Q8. And that's that. Don't lose it. And then on this side, you're going to see Sahara. On this side, it doesn't say anything, but you do have airflow on both sides. You've got the 4 here and 4 here, and they are angled down, which I'll be showing you. And that's pretty much it. This right here is a PMMA frosted cap, and this is what it looks like on the inside. And that's your airflow. Really, really nice. It feels very firm. It's not flimsy at all. I really like that. And then you've got your deck and this piece as well. So I'm going to just put this on here so I can take off the top cap. Oops. If I can learn how to screw this on my mod. Okay. And then you take this piece off here. Now this right here, if you notice, there's actually a notch here and a notch here. That actually keeps it locked into place, which I think is awesome. And it's also got a little bit of shaving here, or a little bit of, it goes in a little bit. Where the airflow is, it's going in. So it's reducing the chamber a little bit to give you a little bit better flavor. So that's why it's actually brought in instead of it all being open. And then your airflow, if you look here, is angled down. So it's literally going downward. Let's see if I can show you here. See how it's going downward? It goes down in an angle, so it's actually going to hit your coils directly. So I think that that's an awesome, awesome feature. It does come with 2 O-rings here. I've already showed you that. And then this is the bad boy that it comes with. I really, really like this deck. I personally have not used the OBS Engine 2 RTA, so I don't know what the build deck is like. I didn't even look it up because I'm working on this. I don't need to do any comparisons. I'm going to compare this to this. So yeah, so I do want to tell you that once you do get it, your O-rings here are actually going to be tight. So I always keep them lubed up and it fits really, really nice. You saw it comes off with ease. What you're going to do is loosen up these 2 screws and these 2 screws, and your coil is actually going to hang upside down. So your legs are going to be going up instead of down. So let's go ahead and put a build in it. I'm actually going to be using my favorite fuse Claptons, and these are by Coil Clout. You can find them on coilclout.com. If you use Wendy 15, you get 15% off. And I'm just going to grab a couple real quick. I do buy these in bulk because I love them so much and I use them so much. They fit in just about everything. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and just unscrew these so we can put them in, and then we'll start the build. Okay, unscrew those. Once you unscrew them, if you notice, and these are flatheads slash Phillips head, so you can use either a flathead or a Phillips head, which I like that it gives you that variation. And then that's what it looks like when it's open. And then I'm going to go ahead and open this side here. This juice well is only like 4 millimeters. So it's really, really small. If you notice, there's really no depth to it, but it's still nice. I like the looks of it. I actually like the looks of the deck, even though it's kind of small for me. And there we go. They're all open. So let's go ahead and put some coils in. I'm going to use my screwdriver that I always use to insert my coils, and I'm going to show you the easiest way. With these Coil Clout coils, he actually already bends the legs for you. So it actually makes it easier when you're building because they're basically even. So what I do is I just put one here and I put one leg over here, right there, and it fits right in there. That's it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this screwdriver here because it's actually going to keep it the exact length that I want the legs, and then just screw them in. Screw that one down, screw this one down. There we go. I hate flathead. I don't even know why I'm using this flathead Barbie screwdriver, but I really don't like flatheads. There we go. And then that's where you want your coil, and then I'll center that after I'm done. And I'll just go ahead and clip these. I'm going to tighten them up again after I clip them, and then you just clip them right from the top, like literally from the top. You don't have to dig under. You don't have to worry about another coil in the way. It's literally that easy if you don't pull your coil apart. Make sure that you never have one of your leads in here. Any part that you clip, make sure you do not have it in your deck. You will get a short, and you don't want that. And I'm just going to tighten this up just a little bit more. And then I'll position them when I'm done. There we go. And then put in the other one. That easy. It's hard, but it's not. For somebody who's actually used to building, it's not really that hard. They're kind of used to doing it. But for somebody who's new to building, this might be a little bit difficult. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and just hold my legs in. I have that screwdriver just sitting right there to make it easy for me. And I'm just going to tighten these down. There we go. And then this one. And then I can tighten it further after. And that's it. Oops. There we go. Nice and snug. Get that out. I'm going to tighten it just a little bit more with the real screwdriver. And if you notice, it's sitting pretty right there. So let's go ahead and clip the legs. One here. And then one here. There you go. Nice and flush. No problem. And then you want to make sure that your coils are centered because that way you have even amount of room for your cotton on either side. So I'm just going to go ahead and flip this over so I can see it. And just scoot it in a little bit. There we go. Nice and centered. And then do the same thing with this one. Bring it out a little bit. And centered. Looking good, looking good. Just gotta make it a little bit more even. And there you go. There are my coils. This one's out a little bit too much. Put that one in. This one out just... Sorry, you know my OCD. You know it's gonna take me a second. Oh, still, there we go. Okay, now it's even. Yep, so there we go. And that's as easy as that. It looks difficult, but I don't know. With these coils, because the legs are already angled and already together, it makes it really, really easy. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and start heating these up. So I've got this on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to unlock it. Let's go ahead and start heating up these coils. I've got my ceramic tweezers here. You want to make sure that it's not hitting any of your build deck though. It can't be hitting the screws. It can't be hitting your build deck or anything like that. I'm actually going to try to bring it down just a little bit more on this side. There we go. And this one as well. Oh, that one's all right. There we go. Make sure, because that's really, really key. If you do, then it will develop a short. So you don't want to do that. There we go. Get those glowing. Okay. And these coils ohm out to about a 0.17 when they're nice and heated. And just keep pinching your coils until they heat up evenly. Get all those hot spots out. And separate the legs a little bit. Okay, and a little bit more, and there we go. We've got them glowing evenly, so I'm gonna let that cool down, and then we're gonna get some cotton and go ahead and build. For today's cotton, I'm gonna be using the Vape Cotton Gold Edition, my favorite cotton ever. I still haven't found one to take its place yet. Not yet. I'm just gonna twist up my cotton a little bit so I can get it through. Being that it's in the bottom, I might need a little bit of help. There we go. Oh, there we go. Put that one through. And get the other side and do the same thing in camera. I'm usually staring at my cotton, making sure that it's wrapping right. There we go. Come on. Fine, you want to be a bitch. Pull you out from this side. There we go. Make it a little bit pointier. There we go. Something to grip on. Go. Pull that through. There we go. Got that one in there. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and clip him. Clip them, clip them. Now it's not a deep juice well, so you just need maybe just right to the bottom here, right to the bottom there, right to the bottom here, and right to the bottom there, just so that it can lay down in the bottom because it is a shallow juice well. And for this one, being that it's so small, there's really not much cotton in here. I've got just put it in there like that. It's already fluffed out because I'm at the end of my cotton. I literally have like barely any cotton left. Make sure that's open. Do the same. Well, this one's a little bit thicker. There we go. Thin it out just a little bit. And put that one in there. Go. Put it to the side. And this one here. Here we go. And that's it. Isn't that beautiful? There we go. So let me go ahead and put some juice on this. And for today's juice, I'm actually going to be using some of my royal cheesecake. I'm loving this. I've been squonking the hell out of this, and it's just like, oh, all I want right now. And this you can find at the queenejuice.com. I actually have the link down in the description. And there we go. Queen 20 will get you 20% off. What I'm going to do is turn this up a little bit, and we're going to just wet the wicks. I want to make sure that it's going to get on the cotton so that it'll get the cotton wet from the inside out. Now, one great thing about this, if you notice, it's got that hole in the middle. You can literally just go ahead and drip right down the middle, and it's going to get in there. I'm going to drip on here, Drip on there. Heat up my coils. There you go. Come on. Oh, it would help if I turned it up. I turned it down. Go. That's better. All right, now we got some vapor going. Oh yeah. It's a little bit here, a little bit here. Oh yeah, we're nice and soaked up now. All right, and again, this cap does lock into place, so you're just gonna find your little notches, but even if you don't, all you do is just put it on, turn it, and it'll lock right into place, which mine already did, and then put this on, and yeah. So we're all put together. So let's go ahead and go on top and let's talk about it. Okay, so here we are back on top with the Sahara RDA. Sorry about that. I got hair on my arm and it's like killing me. I hate when my hair is down. So yeah, so you've seen how to build it down below. If you've got certain type or smaller type of coils, it's gonna be a lot easier for you to build on. If you try to use massive coils, you're really gonna have a hard time getting them in there. Not only that, the wicking, you're not gonna really be able to put much in it because it is a smaller type of build deck because of the way that the posts are. Plus, in addition to that, you have a small juice well. So that all works together as I wouldn't put in massive coils. I have my fused Claptons in here. This is actually running at a 0.17. These are like my go-to coils. I love, love, love my coil cloud coils. I mean, if anybody knows me, they know I love them. I've got good flavor on it, but let me go ahead and give you some cloud production first, and then we'll talk more. Wow. It's like the clouds don't end. I get every nuance of flavor with this RDA. I really do. And I know exactly what this juice tastes like. I mean, it's mine, right? So I know what it tastes like. I get the cheesecake and I get the fruit. And I mean, it's just, I can taste it really, really well in here. I think for me, it's kind of easy to build on because of the type of coils that I use. I mean, I use the fused Claptons, so they're kind of small. And with the legs already pre-bent, that works just perfectly. So thank you so much, Jonathan. I have to tell you, the flavor on it is great. I love the airflow. It's smooth as butter. It really is. It comes in the ultimate black and it comes in the stainless steel and PMMA or frosted cap. And I think that they both work. They really do. I like the other one, but I'm not a fan of Ultim. So I did choose to use this one instead. The other one is actually going to my Patreons. I currently have a Patreon perk going on right now with that and a few other items. But yeah, so 24 millimeters, which is usually standard for an RDA. I like the cap. I love the drip tip. I love frosted. Frosted is like my in thing now. I don't know why. I'm going crazy over frosted. I think the frosted with the silver looks absolutely great. I think that the Ultim and the black look great together. That to me is a huge pro. Another pro, besides it looking great, is that to me, it's easy to build on. To a newer builder, maybe not so much. You do have to finagle the coils. You want to make sure that they're not touching anything. They can't be touching the post. They can't be touching the screws. They can't, you know, other than where it clamps down. So you really need to be careful in that aspect. Other than that, I mean, if you watch how I built it, you could probably do it. I don't see why you couldn't, but I wouldn't recommend it for a newer builder. I definitely wouldn't. Another pro is going to be the airflow. Now, it's easy to adjust because it's locked into place. So it is very, very easy to adjust. You can adjust it back and forth, not a problem. The only thing is that if you go to close it down, like if I close it down like this, the coils are actually right here, right in the center of the airflow. So you're really not going to be hitting right on the coils themselves. Personally, I like it wide open, so it doesn't matter. It's great. The way that the airflow is angled, it's literally going right underneath and hitting your coils and then, you know, going up. Another huge pro for me is dripping. If you're dripping on this, you drip right down the center and it goes right in the middle right there. Like, how awesome is that? I haven't used it for squonking because I'm very particular about my squonking RDAs and my dripping RDAs. And this one, right when I built it, I was like, this is going to be, for me, a dripping RDA. I really like it, especially being that it's got that hole right there. It just makes it really, really simple. I love looking at it as a dripper. I think that it works well. A lot of people are going to like it for squonking because I think that it's going to be, I've tried it squonk. I just don't, I won't use it squonking. I just don't like it squonking. I like it dripping. But then I'm sure that there are others that are going to like it as a squonker. So, I mean, to each his own. Everybody, you know, does have their own opinion. The locking notches, I think that those are awesome. I'm pretty, in my opinion, I think that every RDA should have them so that it's a lot easier to lock it into place, to move your airflow around, and also take it off of your mod. So I think that that's also a pro. The flavor, superb. I taste every bit of this flavor. I would give this, from a 0 to 10, I would have to give it like an 8.5, 9, which is really, really good for an RDA, in my opinion. So that's pretty much it, other than it looks so freaking good. And I do like the build deck. I know that some people aren't going to be a fan. Most people won't be a fan because it's not as easy as just, you know, dropping in your coils. But to me, I really like this build deck. I think that it looks really, really hot. For the cons, there's no 510 drip tip adapter, so that for some would be a con. I don't use 510 drip tips for RDAs, but some people do. Some people like them. That would have to be a con. It doesn't come with any coils. A lot of these RDAs nowadays are coming with coils, and it doesn't come with any. So I thought that that was kind of a con, only because a lot of drippers now RDAs are coming with them, especially like squonking RDAs. The drip tip ring. I love the look of it with the drip tip ring. I think that it looks freaking amazing. The only problem is I wish that they would have had it where the drip tip, the inside of the drip tip was thicker in the top to hold it in, or at least it had a groove where it would lock in or something. Yeah, I wish that it had something to just keep that together, because if you do take it off and you just go like this, you could possibly lose the ring, and it's going to be too tall and reach in too far if you don't have the ring on it. But you can use any other 810 drip tip, so that's a pro, which I forgot to mention. The build deck. I do like the build deck, but it's small. It is a small build deck in the sense of like you really don't have a lot of room for a lot of cotton. It's a very shallow juice well, so you really, you know, you can't drip well, you can drip anytime, anything you want, but if you over drip, it is going to leak because of the fact that, you know, the airflow is right here. The well is really shallow, but being that the airflow is angled, it's not going to drip as easily as if it was a straight or if it was the other way. So I think that that's a pro and con. The closing down of the airflow, when you do that, it's not going to be hitting your coils directly. That to me would be a con. None of these cons are anything that I would say, oh wow, I won't go out and get that, because this is something that I personally like. But that's it. And the small juice well. That I had to write it down because I couldn't remember everything. So yeah, so that's it. That's it for this one. I really like the flavor. So yeah, so if you like the review, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I got these for the purpose of the review, and that's why one is actually going to the Patreons. But you can get this at myvpro.com. Unfortunately, I can't leave any links down below, but I do have links on my Wendy Vape's Facebook page with the link to my Wendy Vape's Facebook page is down below. If you click on that, it's the very first thing that you're going to see on the page is all the links, so you can check those out. If you want to look at the reviewer for Vape Geekq8, I'm going to leave his YouTube channel down below so that you can go ahead and check him out as well, because he was collaborating with 3CVape to make this. So if you're interested in who he is, that way you can get you can find out who he is and get more about him. You can squonk or drip with this. It doesn't matter. Personally, I just love it as a drip. I love, whenever I have an option where I can drip down and it's so easy, I usually like that better. So that's just me. But yeah, so that's it for my review, and I will see you in the next one.